Okay, hopefully the stream is okay. I had to end the last one, so this is going to be a little bit weird. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've realized that my system is acting strangely right now, so I wonder if I don't know if what I'm dealing with right now is related. This is really annoying. Yeah, I've never changed the setting like ever, and it changed on its own just now. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what happened, but if it happens again, I'm just going to take it as a sign that maybe we shouldn't do a stream today, or it just means that I need to do some restarting. I haven't restarted my machine in a while. Let's see. Look at that. So, 4 days. Oh, okay. Well, I must have updated, or yeah, I must have updated. Yeah. Normally this is much larger. I think the longest I've done was like over 100 and some days of never shutting down. So maybe there's something that I need to figure out. Maybe. All right, so let me try to get this. Oh, it answered. So it says the average American income varies, but I don't care. I just want to know the average and what's the variance, and it doesn't tell me what the variance is. See, when I ask that, I just need the number. I really don't care about any of this other stuff, but apparently it can't give me that. I'm curious, have any of you noticed that since we've gotten all this AI, there's been so much talk about how powerful it is. But if we've essentially trained these agents on the entirety or most of human knowledge, why is it the case that these AIs haven't came up with anything new or just made any discoveries? Why is everything that they produce derivative if this is indeed artificial intelligence? Or do I misunderstand what intelligence is? Because I believe, and maybe this is just my bias, but I believe that the things that I produce are not always derivative of other things. There are some truly unique things that I produce that didn't exist. So why is it the case that these AIs and this, we're building this, we're going toward AGI or whatever, but how come it's like, this is the best? This is effectively nothing. Like, I mean, this may seem impressive to someone, but to me, this is not impressive. And I don't know if this is worth $20 a month. No, like, real talk, I'm starting to question whether or not I even want to continue to support OpenAI financially, because I've noticed that ChatGPT, I'm curious to know what y'all's experience is like, but I've noticed especially that ChatGPT's responses have gone downhill quite substantially in just the past 6 months. Like, substantially inferior results. And this is one, right? Like, obviously I gave it a document, and sure, the data that I want, that I'm asking about, isn't in this document. But my assumption was that this thing was trained on publicly available data sets, especially the ones that are easy to come by. And given that we are in America, and that this is an American firm, I would have assumed that we train it on data that's available here. But maybe that's just me asking for too much. It'll be less I go, see what we can figure out from here. Oh, what's going on with this, with the CPI? Yeah, let's read through this right quick. Wait, what? Okay. All right, so the consumer price index for all urban consumers was unchanged in October. Okay. By the way, these reports, they're always a month after the fact because they're always backward looking. So if you're ever watching, financial news and you're seeing these reports that are coming out, just keep in mind that they're always backward looking at back, like at what happened. They can be anywhere from a week to a few months after the fact. But of course, it's the nature of the thing, right? Like, can't really put it out before before the thing happened, so it should make sense. Anyway, so it says that it was unchanged in October on a seasonally adjusted basis after increasing 0.4% in September. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today. Okay, so I guess that's good. So over the last 12 months, all items index increased 3.2% before seasonal adjustment. I guess that's not too bad. But the BLS, when they do these CPI numbers, like, it's easy to think of this as just a number, and sure, it is an index, but it's important to keep in mind that it's a basket. Like, think of it as a basket of goods, right? Not just, maybe that's not a good way of saying it, but yeah, just think of it as a basket of goods. It could also be services. So in this case, we see here that food, we're at 3.3% for the year increase. And then food at home, I'm not really sure what the difference is other than maybe groceries, so maybe 2.1. Food away from home, these are restaurant. Okay, so I have no idea what these, like, why these are split. I would have to go and figure out why these are different, or they tell me why it's different. Let's see, food. Oh, just not seasonally adjusted. Okay. Okay, sure. So, it's another thing worth noting that if you are someone who doesn't do well with reading tabular data, or data in a tabular format, I think this is by law. Everything that you see here is written in prose down here. Well, not everything. It's the summaries, right? After you perform some basic analysis, it'll be it'll be down here. Anyway, let's keep going through this, and I want to go back to where I was because that's an easier way for me to read through this. Oh, I lost it. Okay, fine then. We'll keep it in the table. All right, so energy, we're down 4.5%. So what is that? What's actually down? So it seems like gasoline is down, which is good for those of you who use gas. Fuel oil, I'm assuming this is diesel for trucking, so that's good. Energy services, wow. Oh my gosh, 21%. Wait, am I reading that right? Oh no, I wasn't reading that right. Okay. Wait, I was like, wait, what the fuck? Okay, this is fuel oil. Okay. Energy services, electricity is up 2.4. Okay, that's more in line with what my expectation would have been, or is that electricity prices should go up. Utility, and this is gas, so that's down 15%. I would expect this to go up in the next month. So I guess ending 11/2023, I would expect this to not be -15 anymore. The reason behind that is it's winter. It's starting to get cold. All right, so all items, less food and energy, commodities, new vehicles. Vehicles are up 1.9. Used cars and trucks are down 7.1%. Oh, have y'all been seeing this, by the way? Have y'all seen that car prices are starting to go down? So, well, I mean, I do understand not everybody is. I used to be in the cars. That's the only reason why I know this. Like, I really, 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 really used to be into cars. So, yeah. If any of you have been in need of a car, and in the past 3 years, used car prices have been insane, where you could buy, let's say for instance, I can only use example because I've only sold my stuff. So let's say a SUV that I bought once. I put a couple thousand miles on it, and I was able to do a trade-in and make a profit. I got more on the trade than I paid for the vehicle a few months prior, which is generally never the case. Generally, when you do a trade within 2 or 3 months, you should expect to lose $20,000 to $25,000 just right off the cuff. Now, obviously, it depends on how you finance that vehicle. In my case, this was a lease, and I hated the car so much. I was like, I'm not going to keep this car. And I traded it in, but it worked out. So now, if that kind of made it impossible for people who needed a car to go out and buy a decent used car. But now I think that we're going to see prices tumble, because when you start looking at inventory that's out, it's kind of high. I don't think these car dealers are turning cars. See, car dealers inventory unsold. Let's see. No. Actually, I think Bank of America released there's some stuff on this. Actually, let's see. Bank of America consumer credit report. No, this is investor relations. All right. Let's see how Bank of America thinks things are going in their business. We'll just go through the presentation. By the way, if there are any questions, or if y'all just want to y'all want me to go a little bit more into depth on something, maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. Some of this is relevant, some of it is not. So that's why I say maybe I will, maybe I won't. All right, so it seems that Bank of America, they claim to have solid earnings, a strong balance sheet, and consistent returns. Solid earnings for them is 3% year-over-year growth on their revenue. Their net income is $7.8 billion, and that's a 10% increase year-over-year. And their EPS is, this is earnings per share, is 90 cents, which is an 11% year-over-year increase. So per share of stock, they make 90 cents, okay? So their balance sheet, they have deposits worth $1.9 trillion, and they're saying that this is a modest increase quarter over quarter. I'm not sure how to analyze this right now. This is just a presentation. Obviously, you would go and read the actual report. There's ET1 11.9%, 240 basis points above the regulated minimum. And then our quarterly dividend increased 9%, and they're claiming robust liquidity of $859 billion. Okay. All right. And then returns, let's say their return average common equity is 11.2%. I want to say common equity is common stocks, I think. So I don't know if you all have a portfolio, but if you do, I think that maybe you would have made an 11% gain over this quarter. Return on average tangible common equity is 15%. So what I'm not sure of is if this is just for the quarter or if this is for the year. I haven't done one of these in a very, very long time. It's been years. And when I say years, I'm talking about maybe a decade since I was deep into, evaluating how companies are performing and analyzing stuff like this and keeping track of stock prices. Because I used to day trade. I did okay. I actually I made decent. And what I learned is that it's too much effort. Like, you're doing this maybe y'all won't, but I was doing all this kind of stuff all the time. I'm always looking at what's going on. It's too much. Okay, so net income, 7.8 billion, diluted earnings per share of 90. Okay, return on equity is 11 point. Okay, this is literally the same thing. It's just that up here. So maybe all of these, this is literally just the same thing, but a little bit more detail for some of the things. So non-interest income of 10.8 billion. God dang, increase of 51 million. Provision for credit losses of 1.2 billion. All right, so this right here is interesting. They have a provision for credit losses of $1.2 billion. This sounds like a write-off to me. This could be that consumer debt that I'm looking to see, but I think it's more than 1.2 billion. I think this could just be wait a minute. Weekly updated. Okay, sorry about that. Oh wait, did I not read? Oh, this is okay. I see. All right. Okay, now we have. Okay, I see how we're doing this now. It looks like they've broken it up into their different types of businesses almost. Again, I haven't looked at this. We're looking at this together. All right, so let's see here. Creating an innovative digital experience for our clients. I'm not even gonna lie. The Bank of America app is not that good. In my opinion, USAA's app is superior. Although the USAA app has gotten worse. Whatever the last major update that they did, it made the app objectively worse. It took away features. It took away a lot of things. Like I used to manage all of my banking and like from USAA. And what I mean by that is like all of my banking, like all my checking accounts, all my saving accounts, all my investment accounts, including my retirement accounts and life insurance, like all of that, including my like some of the debt that I had. So I had back when I had my vehicle, I had debt for that. Also my motorcycle, I had debt for the motorcycle, and I was able to keep all of that within USAA and be able to see like how I'm doing overall. And I don't know when they made this change. It may have been 2 years ago or so. It may have been longer, but they started removing features first from the website, and then I noticed that they took it away from the mobile app in this past year, which kind of sucks because I was legit using that to understand like where I am financially. And I don't have the patience to go through all of the different accounts to keep track of things, or to and I don't want to use Mint. I'm not letting them know anything about my financial situation. So it's something that I wish that banks had better apps. And if there were a bank that had like a better experience in USAA, not just from the app, right? Like it's one thing to have a good app. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's great. But it's also the customer service, right? So I've grown accustomed to certain things. Like when I call my bank, I get a person to talk to. Like it's not, oh, who are you? Wait on hold, all this bullshit. It's not that. Like I like being able to call a bank and have my banker and talk to that person. I enjoy that. Same for like, the reason why I have my American Express credit cards is because I like when I need to do anything, I can just literally call them and there's no hold or wait or anything. It's like, hello, Mr. Shepherd, how can we help you kind of thing. And I'm willing to pay for stuff like that. And I wish that, I wish that people valued that, or more people valued that type of service, because the only reason why we get the service we get is because people don't value it. They're not willing to pay for it. But I think it's really nice to have, people who kind of hold your hand, like the Apple experience. I want that from a bank. Like I want the Apple experience. I don't want to have to understand anything. I don't want to have to care about any of your. I don't want to have to do any of that. I want to be able to just go and then talk to the banker, be like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm trying to do, and they try to sell me on the products that they have in mind that they think would help me reach that goal. But yeah, what we're left with today is like this shitty banking experience, at least with here. Even with Chase, like I have the Chase, I won't say which one, but I have like the Chase account thing. And even that is, yeah, like I still prefer my USAA experience over my my Chase Chase experience. All right, let's see average loan and lease trends. Let's see, year over year, we're up 1%. Total loans of lease and leases. It looks like they do about a billion. Wait, is this 1,000 billion? So is this a trillion? Is that what this is? This out of this reading? Someone who's smarter than me tell me. Should this be read as 1 trillion or should this be read as a billion? The reason why is because this says that right here and then B, which makes me think that this should be 1034B, which would be 1 trillion and 340 billion. Anyway, this could be trillion because this says total loans and leases. Total loans and leases by portfolio. So they're a little heavy on the commercial side. This could be a little interesting because commercial real estate is not performing too well. Let's look at that right quick. Let's go to LoopNet. And we'll look in the San Francisco region. Look at some office space. By the way, LoopNet is where you go for commercial real estate. You can, well, I don't know if you could bid here, but there are a lot of places where you could bid and all that kind of stuff. You can get the what do you call those things? Fuck, what do you call the thing? I don't know what they're called, but it's like a fuck. I don't remember what they're called. But it's like a prospectus or something like that. Maybe we'll see one and then we'll look at one. So let's look at some of these things, these properties, and see how things are looking. All right, so there's a lot of real estate here actually. So this is $54 a square foot. All right, let's pick a random building. Let's pick this. And let's see if they have this document that I can't remember the names of for some reason. Normally, sometimes they have them on here. Sometimes they want you to reach out to to the broker, and typically I do that too. Like I'll just email them and they'll send the things pretty quickly. But okay, no, it's this. They tend to look like this, but this is not a good one because it doesn't give me any. Yeah, this doesn't give you any information. This is borderline useless. It tells you like what's around, but like. Yeah, it's not that useful. I don't see any numbers. There's no information here that's useful to me. All right, let's go to something else. Maybe let's go somewhere else. Maybe they have more things. Also, these are very big buildings. I will admit I've never bought or owned or even attempted to buy or know anything about buying large buildings. So obviously this could be different. These are all like skyscrapers and shit. Stuff that I cannot afford any of these things, but I can look at it at least. This is 100,000 square feet. Let's see, One Beach Street. Actually, this isn't that far from where I used to work back in the day. I used to work over here. Well, no. Oh, here. Well, they have a marketing brochure. That's not actually what I want though. I wonder if these have any tenants. Maybe that's why they're not giving any information. I'm used to looking at things that have tenants and they tell you what they're currently earning as well as all of their expenses. But of course, remember, this could just be like, it just may not be here, right? Because I'm not used to looking at buildings like this. But I have been contemplating like, I'm not in the market for a building. Let's make that clear. But I have been thinking about buying a house in San Francisco. Just randomly. Let me chat session. Oh shit. Oh, I gotta go. All right, I'm gonna have to go soon. That little thing that y'all just saw pop up, I forgot that I have like these weekly meetings with like my crew or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So yeah, that's going to be coming up soon. So I'm going to dip in a few minutes. But before I dip, I do want to show the fact that real estate prices are down because that's why we went to LoopNet. But unfortunately, they didn't show any prices. So what I'll do is just go to San Francisco and we'll see that prices have been going down. by quite a bit. All right, so let's just pick this right here. This is $1.6 million or about $2 million. Let's see if it's going down in price. No, it didn't. They just increased it. Okay. So it looks like it was renting for, yeah, they increased it. So it must have just did renovations after the person moved to try to get more money. But I mean, it's only been on here for 1 day. So let's see if there are, let's do sort by not newest or oldest. I can't do that. Okay. Sure. All right, fine. I can't search by oldest. You used to be able to do this. Zillow used to allow you to do these things and then save them. Oh, here we go. Never mind. They still allow it. It's just, you have to look for it. So you see what I've done. I went here and I selected homes that are for sale that have been on the market for at least 90 days. It didn't, at least I think I did that. Did I do that? Yeah, days on Zillow, 90 days, apply. Now, here's what I noticed. This didn't go away. Or this. So I'm now wondering, like, what the hell? Like, did it do anything? Okay, all right, we'll do 6 months. How about that? Okay. Oh, this went up too. Oh, this is the assessment. My bad. That's not it. I'm having a hard time using this site right now. I don't understand why. It seems like the filter that I did just doesn't work. It's straight up ignoring my filter. There's no way that all of these homes have been on Zillow for 6 months and still haven't sold, right? Is that possible? Let's see, sort of random, but last night you mentioned a tech site that talked about Bitcoins back in the day. Yeah, it was Twit, but it wasn't a site. It's a podcast, and podcasts aren't new. This is back in like 2000. And by the way, Adam Curry is the guy that invented and coined the name podcast, and it was called podcast because of iPod, right? So it was this idea that you could syndicate a broadcast on, like, via the iPod music store. So Adam Curry is the guy that coined the term podcast. And back in the day, like, you know, Twit was one of the OG podcasts. They had the crew from you know, Dig, Kevin Rose. Did that not work? Dig? Yeah, here we are. Yeah, so they had Dig, which was founded by Kevin Rose. Him and what's his name, Matt Albright. They had a podcast together called The Dig or Dig Show or something like that. I used to watch the old G4 TV days, the Tech TV. So all of these folks, like after G4 and Tech TV, all that stuff died. They you know, they kept doing stuff, but they started their own networks. So, you know, he had Dig and other things, and Leo Laporte had Twit, or I guess he started Twit. John C. Dvorak has some stuff that, like, they all were doing their own thing, and now it's like, now that podcastings are a big thing, like, they have these pretty sizable networks. They're doing pretty well. Yeah, I haven't listened to them and so, like, yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, same here. That's how I learned about Bitcoin was through watching, I think it was Dig. Let's see, was it the Dig show? I forgot the name of the show. Oh, Dig Nation. That's it, Dig Nation. Yeah. So yeah, with Alex Albright. Yeah. So I think this is where I learned about Bitcoin back in the day. But I do have to go. Apologies. My meeting, as you can see right now, is right now. So I am going to go ahead and call this a day. If y'all have like things I want to go through in the future, just say some words and we'll do it. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Y'all enjoy the holiday. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow at some point. Yeah, I'll do it at some point. I just don't know when, because I have, obviously, it's Thanksgiving. I have other things to do. But the plan is to do a live stream tomorrow. And I will also plan to do a live stream on Friday. And yeah, maybe we'll return to building some stuff now that I've realized that OpenAI is working and we're okay. Or maybe we do some other things. We'll see. Anyways, I'm out. Y'all have a good rest of the day and enjoy Thanksgiving. If I don't see y'all on Thursday, until then, I'll see y'all on Friday. Peace.